hello. Hello, hello. Para pa pa pam pam. Pom 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 pom. Bling, 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 bling. Bling, 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 bling. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shit. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How are you today, guys? It is one of the few streams on Twitch that starts immediately, right? So when I go live, while usually streamers wait at least 10 minutes. They have like a countdown, right, of about 10 minutes before going live, just to create the tension, you know, the expectation that something's gonna happen, right? It's kind of funny though, but yeah, I think it works. But no, the time at the beginning where you see the intro is just me starting all the apps, starting the webcam, starting the chat, the multi-chat, the tunes, right, and such. So yeah, so it takes me about maybe it takes me a few minutes to start it up, and then I'm ready to go. So I don't know if we should try briefly this. Okay, let me try briefly if the voiceover works today, because maybe it works. I don't know, but yesterday was definitely not working, right? We were trying to do Delor, but it really didn't work, right? So it was not getting the accent. It was not. Actually, I sent an email asking why. And they said they are investigating and such. So they received my message and they are investigating. Okay. I think for Dior we did 1 how are you, 2 about you, and 2 greetings. Yeah, and we were doing the quest, but then it was not working at all, right? No, because it was it was we decided to give up because it was speaking weird. Yeah, correct. And then we started to do what? We started to do Evelyn. I think we started to do Evelyn. I think we did. Yeah, I think that Dilor I decided to aborted. I will so let me see if it works with Evelyn, right? Did we create already a voice for Evelyn? No. So the description, I don't know if I want to get the description, but anyway, a sensual, because she's a bit sensual, a sensual wizard, a sensual female wizard with lot of knowledge in Magic. I don't know, this prompt for the voice are always a bit weird, but hello Hula. I see that people on Twitch with more than 2 streams together and they pay for it. Yes, if you have more than 2, you pay. But I have only 2. And so with 2 is fine. With 2 is okay. You don't pay. In theory, we can pay. I mean, we could stream also on Kick, right? So we could do Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. But I think in terms of discoverability and viewers, I think that Twitch and YouTube are good enough, right? I think they're good enough.
Ah, dear seeker of the arcane, do you feel the air shimmer with... Ah, welcome, dear seeker of truths.
Wow, this one is pretty good.
Ah, dear seeker of knowledge, come closer.
This one, I would say. So this would be Evelyn, huh? Evelyn. So the first thing is that yeah, so what happens is that the app is telling that it's ready, but in reality, if you go here under the voices, it's still pending, right? And I think it is exactly what is causing the error. Now it's saying that it's ready, but most likely it will give an error. Let me see. And let me try to add the Japanese accent and see if it works or not. Oh, it's already broken. It's already broken. Okay, I don't know. Maybe we'll change this website. You know, I've seen that there is another website that improved, I think it's Hume AI, right? They are advertising a lot that they made better voices and whatever. I have no idea how a Japanese accent can be sensual. But
oh, you wish to learn my secrets? Perhaps, if you can prove yourself worthy, I might just share a spell or two with you, Desu. Oh, you wish to learn my secrets? Perhaps, if you can prove yourself worthy, I might just share a spell or two with you, Desu.
Oh, you wish to learn my secrets? Perhaps, if you can prove yourself worthy, I might just share a spell or two with you, Desu.
There is a bit of accent, eh? Not much, but there is a bit. I don't know. We can use this, but anyway, today I want to work on something else. Yeah, I think that this one could be a solution, but the accent part is very hard because usually people are trying to remove the accent, right? Not to add the accent. And this Resemble seems to be one of the very few that actually managed to do the accent thing. Okay, so yeah, I want to work on the city. On the city thing, right? Let me see if I have already. I mean, for sure we have a mission started, right? We have a mission started for sure. I think it was called dailies for whatever reason. Dailies number 5. This one, right? Yeah, this one. But dailies upkeep. Dailies upkeep MM. Dailies upkeep MM. There was also a free mind, yeah, a free mind map. Because it seems to me that the functionality works, right? So someone tested in game and it seems that it's pretty much working as expected. Now the problem is defining the benefits and having a way to identify when you are within the range of the city. So I think actually there should be a range of some kind, you know, with the benefit. The problem is that I don't know if the UI is confusing, right? Let me check it a second. I think we need the range. I think we can do the range. The range is not super important, right? If it is at the millisecond, right? So I think we can send it together with the sector change. So there is a function that we have today that basically tells you in which sector you are, which is the one that we use to change music and other stuff like that. And I think we can use the same function for the city management range. I don't know why this freaking pterosaur is always going below the surface. I don't know. It's very strange, but it does. Someone is actually boosting it. Someone is boosting it. Velour is boosting it. They are boosting it. Don't know exactly why here is this thing is going below. You see that it's going below this. I don't know if it's because it's because in full screen is not really full screen, and so the ratio is slightly different. I see. Okay, fine. Should we? Because the point is that you need to know. You need to know the range, right? And you need to know to have a way to. So, for example, I think it's impossible to do them all, right? In one. I mean, at the beginning. So we should focus on one and start to work on one, right? Because I think this will take quite a bit of time, right? So I think we should. 2 in storage. You see, someone also did this. 3 in storage. Yeah, the problem is how the hell can we do it? More merchant variety. Additional travel location through pterosaurs. That's for example is a very good idea. I mean, my feeling is it's a lot of text. I mean, this page is very busy, right? This page is very busy. I think that is why, right? It seems that this page is very busy. And it's not even enough, right? Because here in theory we should add more text, for example, to explain better the range, right? So I mean, now I want to add the range. I have zero space on this page to add the range. I mean, I can make this boxes smaller, I guess, right? And add another box that is called range or influence. The problem is, did we discuss the influence already or not? I don't remember. Ah, wait, there is another picture, this one. Dailies number 6. My problem is how do we define the range, right? The range, I mean, every city has a central location, if I remember right? So every city knows what is center of influence. Every city knows that. And so we can just calculate in a radius, right? Where, I mean, if you are within the city range or not. Now, the only problem is that I was thinking to have the range be calculated based on... did I add the range of influence already or not? Yes, we did it already. No, it is not related to that. Yes, this one. Returns the city which this position belongs to. We consider the influence range of the city and the current infrastructure evolution tier. Ah, yes, we did it already. Okay, are we within the city limits? Distance from center, current infrastructure tier, get city tier category infrastructure, base influence plus 3 max time the base influence. Ah, because the base influence is on the... Okay, I see. The base influence is in the city definition. Yeah, influence range. Exactly, influence range. So the infrastructure is... Yeah, the problem I have is that I need to... what is this guy doing, by the way? He's playing a bunch of stuff. I'm thinking if I should change the way we define, because at the moment, right, I have a file where I'm defining all the bonuses for the city management, and I don't know if it's a great idea, actually. is this. Is this thing, right? So this means that if I want to change a tier, I have to release a new client update, right? Which seems to be probably a bit too much. But anyway, let's say that's not the major problem at the moment, right? The major problem at the moment is to understand how these tiers are defined and where do I... The reasoning here was that the influence range is based on the infrastructure. So I'm thinking, guys, it's not super simple, it's actually fairly hard. I'm thinking what... I think this idea I like. I like that if you are boosting the infrastructure, you gain more influence of the city, because it's basically the roads, right? And it is increasing the influence. Now, what we have to do, we have to put the influence somewhere. I think the player should know it. I don't know if I want to call it, because it will not be very easy to explain, right? Well, in theory I should add a kind of a question mark icon on each of these boxes, just to explain what they are, right? Because I think yeah, I think we can do that. And I think we can also make this probably smaller so that I can put the problem of influence. I think we can do it. Anyway, I will have to release a client update, right? I will have to release a client update. So at this point, it's fine. I'm not concerned about that. So what I'm thinking is that we can probably even reduce the font size, right? The font size and the size of this whole thing, because it is actually fairly big. This citizen is at font 24, right? Which is really a lot. So I think we can easily have a font 20 and put another box in. Ouch. The grid is defining the sides. No. What is defining the size of this image then? Oh, it's trying to take the wall space. I understand that. No, it doesn't care. Now this is changing it. But probably since they are both in the same, yeah, I have to change them both, right? Yeah, I think that's the point. Yeah, if I change them both, then they become smaller, so we have more space for this part. But that doesn't bother me much. What it bothers me more is the fact that I need to put here another box somehow. Well, that would not be very easy. Why is doing this now? In theory, it's only one column, right? Sorry, one row, and at the moment it's 3 columns. But the third column went like below here. I don't know why. You see that he went there. It's very strange, though. Because if I do this, if I set the right alignment on this one, I don't see it going to the right. So why is doing that? And plus we also have a scale 0.8. Scale is always super risky. Why I did scale? Because I wanted this to be, I don't know exactly why I did scale on this. Why I did scale? Probably there was a reason, because if I did it, yeah, my only problem is that if I do this, you see, this is going outside of the limits. So it doesn't care. If I make it too short, it will be a problem, because I think that the citizen can go up significantly, right? Well, I think they cannot reach probably more than 9,000 or 8,000. So yeah, probably 4 numbers is enough on the citizens. Yeah, I think it is actually. Now that I think about it, I think that 4 numbers, we can leave a bit more space, but 4 numbers, maximum 5 numbers, I think is enough. And happiness is always a percentage. Maximum can be 100%. So the maximum text you may have here is something like this. So this is the maximum size that you can have. And yeah, I'm trying to gain a bit of space wherever I can. And I will have anyway to put some space in here, right? Because otherwise, I think I need a left of maybe 20. Oh, Oh, there is already left 20. Why? Yeah, but I think we can fit three things pretty much. We can. So, which is good. I don't know how I want to call this. If I want to call it influence is very long. Influence will be, for example, 800 meters, right? Or I think we can just have it always in kilometers. I don't know if it will reason well with you guys that are not from Europe, but it can be 0.8 kilometers, for example, right? The problem of this thing why automatically leaves all this space? I don't know. Probably because the image is small. No. Oh, that is a bit of a mystery. If I align everything to the left, because he's trying to allocate the same space to all the three columns. Yes. But then this should go. Yeah, but then why? Huh? He's trying to allocate the same space to the three columns. Now that I understand, but then why this is not? Do you think that this is as long as this? I don't know. I mean, this is 280, right? And this one is 200. So if I go 280, this one goes to the right. I need this to go here, right? I don't understand why he's not listening to my request. And this one is no more scaled. There is no more scale into it. I mean, there is a 30 top, 40 left. This doesn't make any difference. I mean, we can add the columns and the rows, but this always confuses me a bit. Right? We can say 0.33, 0.33, 0.33. So it's basically distributing the space between the three columns exactly the same, right? And at that point, I think that this becomes yeah, but you see that it's very weird now, because now we have now it's not sensing anymore my this is what confused me so much. It doesn't go over anymore, right? Which is good, I would say. So now it's really bound to the sides, right? If I do 0 with the first one, what happens? Yeah, if I do 0 with the first one, then you see that it respects. But then my Yeah, but then this cannot go over, right? Cannot go over. Cannot go over. Because the split between these two, but I don't understand why. I mean, if I do 35, yeah, it goes over a bit now. Left 0. Yeah, this is what I don't understand too much, because this is at 0. This is at 0, right? So why there is this space in between? Why my picture cannot go? Like, why my picture cannot take the wall space? Why? 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 Because if I make it larger, it doesn't make it larger, right? It doesn't. If I make it shorter, it does. If I make it larger, the maximum that it reaches is that, which is actually pretty much 280, right? Like if, I don't know if the text has a 40 on the left, which is fine, but doesn't have anything on the right, right? So if I put like a 20 on the right, doesn't make any difference. So, and if I say use the wall space, yeah, you see, use the wall space. Now, this is using the wall space. But if I do it with a picture and I say use the wall space, it's not doing it, right? Like if the picture is anyway constrained somehow. But in reality is not. So I don't understand why the text is using the wall space, but the picture is not using the wall space, right? That's very weird. Ah, there is still a 0.8. Wait, there was still okay. There was still a scale. Okay, there was still a scale. Okay, we found it. We found it. It's okay. It's okay. There was still a scale in the. So if I now I say 000, then what happens? You see, but if I say 000, then this one goes over. Unless I do that. Okay. I see. Okay, good. No, it's good then. It's good. Then everything is good. Then everything is the way it should be. Now, there was still a scale. Okay. There was still a scale. There was still a stupid scale in one of the elements. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I think like this we have the three values, right? We have citizen, happiness, and influence. Influence is really related to infrastructure. But the idea I forgot. Fuck. You remember why there were 2 at the top? Because citizens is driven by this 3 and happiness is driven by this 3. No. Yeah. This is why I was splitting it in 2. Ay. Well, I can do this. Wait. I mean, I can do this and it's already maybe better. Because happiness relates to this 3, citizen relates to this 3, and influence is just in the middle. Like, kind of... But then, I think what I would like to do, I would like to... I mean, this screen is very complex. I think I would like to add some... NPC... bubble. I think I would like to add this. The problem is, the problem is where the hell do we put it though? Because yeah, I would like to have like a question mark that you can click it and it tells you what it is, right? And it tells you what it is. So we can put it here at the corner. Maybe it's okay. Like this. The problem is that I need one for each. Is it too much? Maybe I can put it here at the end. Well, maybe we can put one, right? We can put one for these three. Yeah, I think the pop-up may give you the information about these three, right? And maybe there could be another one here that can give you the information about these two. Or I can just have one that is giving you a giant explanation, but why this thing doesn't go at the end? Huh? One second, I'm just reorganizing. Why this one doesn't go at the end? So outside of the, because there is my box, right? There is my grid. And he has no right side. This one is no scale. I don't know, I would have preferred if this was there exactly, or like, yeah, kind of there. But I don't understand why I have to go column 4, considering I only have. Okay, let me try if I do this. If I do this, it is actually going until the end. I mean, in theory I can do right minus 30, right? But so I can force it, but I think having a minus value is always a bit scary. But I could have a question mark there. Or I could have a question mark here at the top left. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's better. I don't know, I think here is okay. So when you click on this, I would like to pop up an explanation window for this area. And maybe I will put another one here so that we pop up the explanation of this area, right? This will be left help, and this will be something like this. And this will be like right help, left help, right help, right? So what we want to have, well, when that is clicked, I would like to pop up an info window, right? And I think we have different pop-ups possible. We have this one, which has some text, but is not a full screen, but I think it's okay. This one may be enough, actually. This one may be enough. I don't know if I want to do a full screen window. Yeah, I think info pop-up can be fine. Let me just see how do we pop it up? How do we use it? I think it should be fairly easy. I think we just call it and set oh, that's the phishing UI. So we just create a pop-up widget. Yeah, we do something like this. Let me copy this. Okay, so when we click on that, I think I want to do another update, guys, before going to holidays, right? We don't have a lot of time, but I think it's good enough. We have about a week. I think I can do it. So what I would like here to explain are these three categories, right? Citizens. So I would like to explain. So we will have like citizen. The only problem is that I cannot have like bold text or things like that, right? This is a bit annoying. So it's pure text at the moment, and I don't know. So citizen, the number of people living in the city. The number of people living in the city. This number is influenced by infrastructure, crafting, and agriculture. By infrastructure, crafting, and agriculture. I mean, at the moment, this does not really have any effect in game, and I don't know if we will ever have. So I think it's more of a cosmetic to understand the size of the city, but maybe in the future we'll do something, right? I would say that at the moment, this does not have any in-game effect, right? Maybe in the future. So then we have influence. So influence is the range of the city, influence. Every city has a center point, and the influence is calculated from that center point. All the benefits gained by boosting the city evolution are applied within the influence range. Okay. And then the other thing that I want to say is that the range is determined solely by the infrastructure evolution. By the infrastructure evolution. Do we call it evolution? How do we call it? We don't call it. Progress. Tier. The infrastructure tier. By infrastructure tier. And agriculture tiers. The energy is the center point, influence calculated at the center point. All the benefits gained by boosting the city tiers are applied within the influence range. The range is determined solely by the infrastructure tier, right? Up to 3 times the base, but anyways, okay. So it is influence. So happiness represents how happy are the people living in the city. This is influenced by hospitality, fate, and education. Hospitality, fate, and education. At the moment, this does not have an effect in game. Maybe in the future. Then I don't know if I want to explain also the tiers, right? I don't know if I want to put another question mark down here or not. But probably not. Probably not. I think we can explain the tiers here. I think we can explain everything in this. I think will probably be the easiest. So tiers, right? So every category, example infrastructure, has 3 possible tiers. Well, actually 3 possible evolution tiers, because the base is when it's all off, right? Evolution tiers. The city requires materials to reach that tier, to reach the next tier. The city requires materials to reach the next tier. Yeah. When a new tier is reached, a bonus will enter into effect. And the consumption of the materials will start. The consumption of material will start. When all the materials are consumed by the city, the tier is lost. Right? This is how it works. The tier is lost. So this consumption of materials, the tiers is lost. The tier and the corresponding bonuses are lost. Right? Or are reset. But anyway, they are lost. Yeah, I think it is probably enough. It is probably enough to explain the left panel. So here we are explaining the left panel. And then we will explain the right panel as well, right? So when you click on the right panel info, which is this one, right? We will explain how this works. This thing, guys, is a pretty big functionality in our game, and I think it will become bigger and bigger. I mean, I already have a million ideas. It's just the problem is time, but time to implement them. But I think the city management will become pretty much, well, if not the game, but it will become a significant part of the game. It's not that people have to use it, but I think that at the end people will use it. Okay, so for this part, I think we can describe champions and day left, right? Champion is the champion is the person or guild that contributed the most to the evolution of the city tiers. If you are in a guild, automatically you will contribute as the guild. And if you are solo, obviously not. Right? Otherwise, as individual. If you are in a guild, you will automatically contribute as the guild or for the guild. Otherwise, as individual. Okay. My idea was that the champion is reset after a certain amount of time, right? But at the moment it is not implemented, right? So I can say the idea is that the champion is reset after a certain amount. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that maybe we can reset it only when we lose all the tiers. So basically only when we go back to zero. The problem is that it may never happen, right? So people may boost it just a bit to keep their title. Yeah. Yeah, I think it should anyway reset, because otherwise become permanent, right? So like one guild that contributed originally is the one that is always winning. No one will ever be able to, but we can do it only. Yeah, the problem is if the days are expiring, right? There is a problem here, because if the days are expiring, but my tiers are still up, what do? I reset them anyway? No, I don't want that. Maybe I reset only the champion. Yeah, probably. The idea is that the champion is resetted at a certain amount of time, but this feature, example 50 days, but this feature is disabled at the moment. Okay. Days left. Well, I can just type this there. That is that the champion is reset after a certain amount of time, example 50 days, where all the contributions are reset as well. But all the contributions are reset as well. Well, all the ranking, right? All the ranking points are reset as well. Are reset. But this feature is disabled at the moment. Okay. At the beginning you said it is for defense of the town. Yes, it is for the defense of the town, but that requires way more implementation. But I will do it. I think I will do it. I don't know when, because it requires quite a bit of work. It's basically another game, but I will do it. So yes, I want you to build, I mean, not the left side is not for the defense. The right side is for the defense, right? The defensive structure, the army, the siege equipment, the magic equipment, it is all for the defense of the city. And so this gives you boosts in the area, which is anyway helping. And this is giving you structures to defend the city against monster or invasions or whatever it is, right? And you will be able to use these materials, I mean these items, in the defense, either automatically or placing this object manually. That I don't know yet, right? So that needs to be designed, so I don't know. By the way, why Idla as Amnedir picture? That's not very nice. I don't know why the city pictures are not correct. Seems to be very weird. Days left. Okay. Ranking. If you click on the fortress icon at the top right, you can access the ranking point, the ranking page. It lists the players or guilds player instead of person. The players or guilds that contributed to the city evolution. Right? Every material you contribute is converted to its monetary value, or is coins value, and this is what is summed up in the ranking page, right? Then so we explained 1, 2 and 3. Now this part we have to define it, right? So defensive structure, let me just say TBD for now, and I will explain it in the future when it's actually working, because spending time now is a bit silly, right? Because it's not even working. Okay, but I think that is good, right? So you can get at least information about one or the other, which is nice. Let me just check why this image is not getting updated in any way. In theory, we receive an image name. In theory, set up selected contribution, city resource status, city item. No, but this is city item. This is not. No. I'm saying image city. This is what I'm trying to find. Oh, it's never used. Okay, so we never change it. Okay, GG. We never change it. But when we receive the city, when we receive, oh my god, this thing is big. Set up city, right? City info, city info. Name, citizen, happiness, period. I think the name is pretty much, I mean, we can concatenate the name and find the image, or do we want to do it? Because this image is City Amnedair. Ah, by the way, I didn't even take the pictures. So we don't have them. We don't have the picture of the other cities. I have to take a picture actually. We have to take a picture. Okay. I think we can go by ID or something. City Amnedair, because I will have to. I think we can have a data table with the city, or we can maybe use the texture. Can we use the texture? No, because the texture is actually material instances, right? In our case, it's a pure picture. So I don't know. For now, we can just send the city info. Anyway, the cities will not change in very long time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And whatever it is, yeah. So we have the city ID, and from the city ID we can determine whatever is the picture. Yeah, we have the city ID here, right? So. So we can go city info. What is it? City info. City info, and then we can switch. We can switch on this. We can start from 1. And at the moment we have 4 cities. At the moment we have 4 cities, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So based on the city ID, we can set this picture. I think it's called set brush by texture. Set brush from texture. Yeah, exactly. Pa pa pam pa pa pam 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 pa pa pam pa pa pam pa pam. Okay, so here we set the thing, and here we can say unknown city ID or something. Unknown city ID. Okay. Now we need the pictures, though. We need the pictures of the 4 cities. Amnedair is number 4. Okay. Okay, let me save this and let's try to take some pictures of our cities. Which is always nice. Obviously it is night, but I can cheat. And I will. Okay, a picture of the city, boys. Do we want to have a picture of the plaza, or do you want to have a picture of the winch? I think the winch is a very nice piece, but I don't know if I want to take it in game though, because if I take it in game, it will have the fog, right? I think I need to take it in the I think I need to take it in the editor. I think if I take it from here, it's not very good. If I take it from the editor, I think it may be better. I think probably is the way I took it actually. Ba-da-ba-da-bam. Yeah, you will have to defend the city. Are you ready to defend the city or not? The problem, guys, is that these features that I'm thinking require really a lot of work. It's not that I cannot do it. I can do it, but it will take me months. But there is one solution to that. And the solution is that you help me. That's the solution. So, what do you want to have in the picture? You want to have the temple. I will remove the fog. I have to disable the screen messages. I don't remember if I took that picture with... but I don't know if this picture is in game or is in editor. They said that in game the colors are a bit better. Yeah. Maybe I did it in game with fog 0. Yeah, maybe I did it in game with fog 0. Let me try. Maybe I only remove the... I will fall down now. Can I say fog intensity 0? Ah, I can. Wait. So maybe we did it this way then. Maybe we did it this way. Yeah, it's possible. So what do we want? We want the temple and what do we want in the picture? We want, I don't know if I want it from the top or I want it from the, I mean, because the problem of the top is that if I do it like this, you see, that part is empty. So, or we do it... Wait, I'm searching the perfect spot. I still see the fog though. Let me try to put the fog to 0, 0, 0, see if whatever makes it different. Ah, it makes it different. Okay. Consider that the picture will be really a subset of this, right? So for example, we could have something like this, right? The only problem is the LOD of the trees that are fucked up. Because they are in the distance, and so, pity. And the point is that if I go closer to have the trees correct, then I'm like here, right? Here I have the trees correct. And maybe I can take a picture like this. Maybe I can take a picture like this. Okay, let's try. Now it seems that the Amnedare city was a bit of a weird resolution, but we have to keep it exactly the same because that is the way it works, right? So it's a weird 550 by 524. Ah, by the way, there is also a border. GG. But there is, wait, there is a directory where I have it already. Okay, nice. So let me open that. So annoying that you cannot type the name. So incredibly annoying. Okay. CT Amnedare. Okay, so that is the thing, right? That is the thing for whatever reason. And because he has also the border. So what we have to do, we have to delete. We have to delete the city. Well, I don't know. This thing is not really correct. It's a bit fucked up actually, but fine. And we have to put in our city. Now, this is really too big, I know. So, or we scale it down, which is a possibility, or we just take a piece of it, right? Thinking to scale it down. Nah, come on. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. No, come on. Scale the whole thing. Ah. Okay, cannot do it. Why cannot do? Why cannot scale the whole thing? I don't know. It's very weird. So I have to scale it here and hope that it will fit somehow. But it's so small. Ah, shit. We like a piece of the top. So actually the proportions are not correct. No. Proportion of my picture are not correct. No. So I have to take more vertical. Hey, bro. What I'm doing wrong, guys? What I'm doing wrong? Please tell me. Okay, like this it kind of fits. Okay. It's a bit, yeah, but because it's small, I don't know if I should, if I should, I think I should take a piece of it. I think I should take a piece because otherwise it's so small that you cannot see anything. I think if you see the plaza, you know where you are, right? In theory, if you see the temple as well, but I wanted to have a bit of the houses and the plaza so that you recognize it as Idla City. Idla City. Maybe one day the city will be completely different. Because maybe I will upgrade all the houses, you know, I will upgrade all the buildings, I will upgrade. So yeah, probably will. One day will be different. I assume. Okay, so now we need a picture of now we need a picture of Ojaveda. Right? I think Ojaveda is easy, eh? I don't know if I want to take it farther away or not. Because this part here is actually a bit empty, right? Because there is no, but this part is more busy, so maybe we want this part. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's Ojaveda enough. I think it's Ojaveda enough. I think it's good. Okay. Okay. Next we need Gug. We need Gug. Hey, Gug is not very easy because behind there is nothing, right? So if I take a picture like this, it may look very empty. Well, I can probably do this. I think it's okay. Yeah, it is a bit empty, right? Because it's only the face. I mean, I can go farther away. But I don't know. This city is super old. It will have to be redone. Pretty much all the buildings needs to be redone. It's very, 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 very old, my friends. Very old. Not older than me, but old. I don't know what better represents the city, but I would say... I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I don't love this picture, but it's fine. Because the city is so old that it looks bad. That's the problem. City needs to be redone. Redone. Okay, so we have the 4 cities. Which is super nice. What was that? What was he? City info. Boom. Okay. So now that we have the 4, we need to just say that we want, we want to set this. So number 1, I guess is Idla, but let's just double check it. Yeah, Idla už avete Google. So city Idla. City Oja e city Gug. Okay. Oops. Okay. By the way, this one should go here as well. Yep. Whatever. Okay. So we can test it, but I think it will work, right? I think it will work. Okay, so we're now putting the city images on based on the city, which is nice. And then we have the new info button, right? The new info button. Maybe we can test this just to see if it works, but I think it will. It's asking me to save Idla because I changed the fog. No, don't do it. Really don't do it. Really don't. Okay. I need NPCs, right? Yeah. I need a 4 NPC required. Good question. So every city has a city manager ID. Yes, which is this. So these are the 4 people that I need to load. It's funny because you say CSV, but it's not. Okay. Okay, let's test these changes because anyway they are good changes. They are good changes, so we will test them right now. Today is already Thursday. Oh my god, this week just fly over at the speed of light. This week has been insane, boys. I cannot believe it's Thursday. I was really thinking it was like Wednesday. I mean, I know it's Thursday, but I'm saying that it feels. I mean, tomorrow is already Friday. Wow. Loading. I think the explanation will help, the influence range will help. Now we need to pass, right, while it's loading, we need to pass this influence range into the city structure. Because at the moment we don't have it. I think we should pass the... Should we pass the text or should we pass the number? I think we can pass the number because maybe we use the number for something, right? So I think we should pass the number in kilometers and then we... Okay. So what do we need to change? We need to change... Oops. We need to change this structure. And we need to expose the influence range. Ah, it's already here, but we need to expose it to blueprints, right? Because we need to be able to print it on the UI. Yes. So this influence range will be exposed and is in meters. Right? Now... wait. It is the base influence range. Is not the current influence range. Well, we can calculate it anyway. I mean, it's basically this formula, right? It's basically this. So if we don't change this formula... Let me put a warning, right? If you change this formula, change it also in the city UI. Right? Because we will mimic this. We will mimic exactly the same formula in the city UI. Bum 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 bum. There are so many things I would like to work on, like the compendium more, the creature examine, all of that. But yeah. Okay, so in theory we have the 4 guys loaded, right? So teleport PID, I can teleport them all here. Just because we can. So I can teleport these people, assuming that they loaded in. Yup, one guy's here. What's this guy? Willem? Why doesn't have all the visual keep? Ah, because I did it on the production server. I didn't do it here. Yeah. Yeah, we probably have to update my database with production one day. Okay. So we are teleporting all the 4 city managers. Huh? Okay. Wow, it's identical to me. And okay, so these are the 4 city managers, right? And you can easily understand who is who, right? For which city. So we start with this guy, and yep, we see Idla, which is very nice. We go with Oja. Yeah, we see Oja, very nice. We go with Gug. Yeah, we see Gug. This picture is not very good actually. Maybe I should, because this black part here in the middle is kind of confusing. I don't know. It's not a very good. It's not the best picture actually. There is Amnadair. How can we take a better picture of Gug, guys? How can we take a better picture of Gug? Maybe I can take it from the front so that I see these 2 houses, I see this, and I see the top. I don't know. Because as is, it is really bad. I'm already flying. I took all the pictures flying. Hold on, what do you mean? I took all the pictures flying. Oh, there is below. There is behind this. Why? Ah, there is behind that. Ah. It doesn't show behind here because... I see. So actually I need to put them outside of the panel. Yeah, I need to put it outside of this panel. Okay. Fine. We can do that. Left help, right help. Now. Now, yeah, I can put them pretty much in the same position, right? Do you think that is better? I mean, it's polluting a bit, but I mean, or we put it there or we put it at the left, right? So we put it there or we put it here. Maybe on the side is better. Yeah, on the side is way better. Okay, we'll put them there. I hope someone will see them. Hopefully they will. I don't know. Ah, but there is the bar on top. Ah, no, there is not. Because the bar, when you enter that window, is hidden. Ah, very nice. Ah, very, very, very nice. Okay, so yes, we can have our question mark on the side, I guess. Very cool. Okay, let me just see if the question mark are working anyway. So if I click on this, it's telling me citizens, influence, happiness, and tears. And then if I click on this, it's telling me champion, day left, ranking, and defensive structures. Okay, nice. Okay, very good. Okay, very, 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 very good. Now, why if I click on infrastructure, nothing happens? Ah, because Gugrontit doesn't have any definition. Yeah. We only have the definition here, I think. Yeah, exactly. That's why. And probably we don't even have definition here. Okay, nice. Now this influence we need to populate. This influence we need to populate. Well. So I need to recompile because I exposed this new property, which is influence range within the city. When you work on a town system, you don't work on a better tribe system. Do you prefer the tribes to the city? I think the tribe is also very nice, but they are very connected, right? Because the tribes will be the ones that you will fight, and you will and they will attack the city, and you will defend with the city defenses. So both are connected, right? Very connected. Very connected, my friend. I'm building. Building action, 23 actions. Building. So after this, let me see if meanwhile the freaking thing works or not.
If you have time for small talk, you have time to leave.
The voice of Evelyn is fantastic. The only problem is that I needed with Japanese accent, right? And that is very, very, very hard to achieve for whatever reason.
If you have time for small talk, you have time to leave.
I really like the voice. Should we do it without accent? It's a bit of a pity though, but okay, let's try again. No, I don't have to try again. I have to put the wait. I have to put the influence in the UI. Right? Because of yesterday, I have a new idea because of the guard with the bow. Yeah, we have a lot of new items for visual equip, which is nice, and I'm continuously adding more, right? I'm adding more visual equip items so that the players also can customize better their characters, and can then use it to role play a bit more, or anyway, like if you want to be a barber, you know, you have a razor or you have a scissors. Yeah. Okay, so when we receive the city info, now we will have one additional element that is the influence range, right? And the influence range, maybe let's put it in a function, even if it's super simple, right? But we will do get influence range, right? Get influence range, and this one will return what? It will return a string. Yeah, it will return a string because influence, right? This will return a string. Okay. So what we want the city info. Right. And we want to get this influence range. and we want to do this plus the tier for infrastructure. The tier for infrastructure. The problem is that I don't know, I don't have it yet because the tiers are arriving after this. Really? No, the tiers are here. The tiers are inside city info. Yeah, what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. The tiers are inside city info. Yeah, they are here. So now the only problem is, do we just do brutally get 0 or do we have a better way? Hey, unfortunately, there is no way. We have to do get 0. We have to do get 0. Get 0. Yeah, there is no better way. So we have to do get 0. We need to multiply this by what? We have to multiply this by this, right? And this we need to add to this. Yeah, exactly. And then this one gives us the number in meters, right? So this is in, come on, it is in meters, and then we have to divide by 1000 to get the kilometers. Now this is a bad thing because wait, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do the I want to move it. I want to do 2 float, right? I want to have a float, and this one I want to divide by 1000. So my division is actually correct, right? It's not already truncated or whatever. And then this one I want to do to text, and in the to text you can select the decimal number, and we will have maximum 1 decimal number, right? Maximum 1 decimal number. Use groupings, no. Rounding mode half to even, which I think is the default. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this should give us the influence range in a printable string. Wait, plus we need to add km, right? We need to add space km. With space or without space? With space. Okay. Now. Okay. And now what? Now I need to call this function, because I didn't call it. So after we set the city info, we will set the after the happiness. So basically I have to move all of this. No, I have to move all of this. Yeah. We will have to set the influence to to our get influence range. Okay. So if this works, we will see the influence based on the tiers and all of that, right? Maybe as a default, let me put 0 so we are sure that it is not fake, right? So I will put 0 kilometers here, 0.0, so it cannot be default, right? So it must be something real. Okay, nice. Can we test it? Why he is alone? Cool. Perhaps you can implement patrol with NPC on mount to walk on the land, and perhaps you can fight against monster on the way. I mean, I don't want the city. I don't want the game to play itself, right? I don't want my game to play itself and win or lose. And fight and get experience. And I mean, that's not the purpose, right? The purpose is that the players are playing the game, not that the game is playing itself. So no, the guards of the city will not fight the monsters. I mean, they may help in theory, right? They may help, but players must do that. Players must be the ones that are fighting the creatures, maybe with some help. So what could happen? What could happen is that you have a land, right? What could happen is that you have land. Oh shit. You have land, right? You have land. And here is a tribe, right? Here is a tribe. And the tribe is trying to attack forward, right? So what happens is that here you have a city that you boosted, right? And in this city you manage to create, for example, 5 barricades, right? 5 barricades, 3 ballistas, and 2 catapults. Okay, so this is all the stuff that you build in the city. So I don't know yet, I have to think about it, but I think that players will be able to establish somewhere in the land an outpost, right? So a place to defend, and they will be able to put these items here so that when the tribes attack, these items can be used by the players to attack the tribe, right? Now you may say, oh, this also includes 5 or 3 bowmen, right? Okay, if this includes also people from the city, then maybe when they get transferred here, they may somehow attack automatically, right? But that is not very interesting to me, right? So if the game plays itself, it becomes a simulation, right? I'm not making a simulation game, right? So I don't think I want the game to play. I mean the guards to fight themselves. I don't think so. But anyway, we can discuss it, right? It's not. I'm not excluding it. I'm just saying that probably is not the first thing that comes to my mind, because I want the players to do the work. I want the players to do the work. Same mistake of the previous run. Okay, so if we go to city management, Ah, good. You see that now the fuck, I forgot influence. I forgot influence. 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 By the way, is influence the right word or not? I don't know. I think it could be. But anyway, influence 0.8 kilometers, right? So this is what will be written here. I hope it fits. I don't know if it does, but we tested it, so it should. Now, if I boost infrastructure, in theory this should change, right? When I switch tier, this will change. So to boost that, I need 5 of this and 32 of this, so I can actually do it, right? So I'm gonna give it, and boom, look at that, 1.6 kilometers. Okay, fantastic. So it works. It works, my boys. Okay, good. So this works. Fantastic. So now let me just save this so we have influence as a label as well. Okay, so now the player knows that around the city there is a circle of influence. There is the center of the city, right? It is the city. So the player knows that there is a circle of influence that is getting bigger or smaller based on how much the city evolves, right? Which I guess is pretty nice. In some other games I've played. What do you mean, Hula? You are playing other games? Okay, sorry. In some other games I've played, you have maps, and all those maps have an automatic event with NPC against mob, and you can find with Butok. What is Butok? I know you can fight with, but okay. In the past you have stopped. Good thing. But okay. Yeah, but what's the fun, right? What's the fun of seeing NPC fighting mobs? So what's good about it? What's good about it? I mean, it is a video game, so the video game should challenge you as a player, right? So if the game plays itself, I don't understand the purpose. I mean, it becomes like a management game, like Football Manager, right? So Football Manager, you, right? Football Manager, you select the team, right? You select the team, and then the team plays, right? And then the team plays. So you don't play. I mean, you play by building the team, right? Oh my god, what is going on here? Fuck your cookies, right? Like this. But it's kind of a different type of game, right? So like I don't know, maybe we'll arrive there, but at the moment, without you they lose. Okay, without you they lose. So you have to help. I mean, I don't know. It seems to be a lot of wasted programming time for nothing. So I mean, just top of my head, I mean, like this, I don't like it. But I don't know, I can think more about it. Okay, so now that we have the influence range, we have two problems. The first problem is to pick something that is actually meaningful. So we have to finalize one of those and really make it, right? So for example, there is the real hard part, right? This is the real hard part. So to now define the benefits, that will actually make a difference in game. To define benefits that are interesting to the player, that are useful in game, and that are like doable, right? And they have the content behind, because we need the content, right? We need the content. As you can see, some I already worked on, right? Like the ability to sleep. If you remember, the ability to sleep is coming from this, right? And I think the availability of the gamblers, the availability of the dice gamblers was also something that I wanted to add here. Now, not all of those have not all of those have range, right? For example, Blast Healing Fountain, right? Blast Healing Fountain. Do we have a fountain in every city? No. We miss a fountain in Oja, I guess. But, I mean, the item can appear, right? Can randomly appear. I think actually it would be very nice if a new item appears in the city thanks to the evolution. I think that would be very, very nice. I think I want to do it. Yeah, I think I want to do it. Like if we have a Blast Healing Fountain, there will be, you know, a gorgeous fountain that just appears when the city is boosted. Now it's a bit stupid it appears immediately. In theory they should build it. So it may take a bit to build, but maybe the fountain is already there, it's just the water that is blessed. I don't know. I have to think about that. I have to think about that. Yeah, but I don't know, a new fountain, you know, a new fountain may appear and that fountain is giving you bonuses or whatever. Right? Yeah, but the fountain does not have range. Because the fountain stays in one place, right? While if we say higher quality good at merchants, right? And in the map you have you have a merchant, you know, you have a merchant here inside the city, you have a merchant here, you have a merchant here, right? Now the range makes a difference, because the problem I have on that is that in theory, at least at the moment, the merchant doesn't know, right, that the city is boosted. Yeah, we'll have to think about that. But I mean, it depends if the same merchant has better quality goods or if there are new merchants, right? If there are new merchants, it's a bit easier because I can say, I put 2 more here, and they are created and destroyed when the city is boosted. A bit like the traveling merchants that we have, right? Same thing. But if I have to boost no, I think that this is not higher quality. Well, this could be 2 things. Can be higher quality goods. So where quality is really our quality, right? 50 out of 50, that quality. Right? So that as you boost the city, every item that... Does it make sense or not? I think it could make sense. So that as you boost the city, every item is getting boosted in quality. So that you can buy... I mean, in certain cases it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but in other cases it may, right? Because... For example, right? So for example, I buy from this guy, right? I buy from this guy and I buy from this guy and he's selling this stuff, right? And at the moment, everything is at 50-50 quality, right? So if you boost the city, with the same price, I mean, I think that is a bit of the trick, right? That may unbalance a lot of stuff, but it's fine. For the same price, right? Then I will have to check, because actually the price I think is also calculated on the quality. But yeah. But let's say on the same price you get, instead of 50-50 quality of this thing, you get, which by the way doesn't have the right item. Instead of getting 50-50, maybe you get 60-60 or 70-70, right? And it is across all the items that are sold. I think that's a big benefit, right? That's a big benefit. Mainly it's a big benefit for crafters, because if they then use these items to craft stuff, uh-oh, did I crash the server? I hope I didn't. No, I didn't. Why is now switching? It's not switching because there is the bug that when you inspect, it's not switching anymore. Yeah, there is a bit of a bug that I didn't understand exactly. But when you go in inspect mode, you lose the target. I don't know why. But it happens. At the moment I have the target. In reality the target is there, but it's actually lost server side for whatever freaking reason. I think I will have to investigate that. But anyway. Guys, it's a bit late. I have to go. But I think we made some good progress. I like that. We just have to... I mean, we just need to define really good benefits. And in theory, it could even be incremental, right? It could be that is 60 at tier 1, is 70 at tier 2, is 100 at tier 3, right? So it may be incremental. So there may be more than one bonus. In theory, I would say that this one is really related to this. So maybe we can do it by categories of items. I have to think about it. I think, but this is really the hard part. The hard part of this. And it's not programming, it's not graphics, it's not 3D modeling, it's really pure logic, right? Pure game design logic. So if you want to help me, take a screenshot of this. Just this piece, right? Just this piece from infrastructure, hospitality, religious, craft, education, and food, and suggest me new or better benefits when you boost the city. And you see that here we have one that I developed, right? Pet variation available to buy. So this one was not possible before, but now it is possible, because now we have the Beastmaster. So you see that all the pieces are coming together sooner or later. You know, this is the Beastmaster. And this one was Gamblers. In theory here I didn't type it, but here it was Gamblers at taverns, right? Yeah, this was Gamblers at taverns. And this also now we have way more possibility, because we can play dice with NPC, and so now that is possible. So I don't know if Gamblers at Tavern can still be there, but maybe the prices are higher. I don't know. Higher prices, or I don't know what can be. I have no idea. Because removing the Gamblers completely from the tavern is a bit of a pity, right? Because it means that only if you boost it, you see them. And I think it's a nice feature of the game. I would like to have it all the time, right? But maybe I can do something with the Gamblers. I don't know. Maybe they have more games to play. Maybe they have more prizes. Maybe they have a higher cap, because at the moment we have a cap of like 2,000 tria for the bet. Maybe they can have higher bet. I don't think higher bet is really a big benefit, but I don't know. We have to think about this, okay, guys? We have to think about this. So if you want to help me, please think about it. See you guys. Tomorrow, I think I will be here, because tomorrow my friends are all in holidays. We're starting the holiday season. So some of them are in holidays, and so I think that I will be here if I don't go somewhere, but let's see. Bye. Guys, remember to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. Remember also on our website, you have all our socials here at the top. Remember that we are commissioning stuff sometimes, and so if you become a Patreon or if you do a donation to the project, they will be used directly for commissions. And also that our game is released, so you can download it for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac, and you can play it right now. The server is up. Bye. Have a good night.